Hi everyone, just another video that I'm putting out now. As you can hear, I still have my cold from the previous video that I did some narration on. I was going to wait until I got rid of this, but I realised I had some footage of Rift, which I've had a go on with a mate of mine just to see what all the fuss was about. It's not too bad. You can see in the background now I'm just going through some menus, just sort of showing some of the things you can do with the talent trees. There's things about this game I really like. There's other things I'm still not sure about because it's obviously still in the head start at the time of this video being made, so it's not been out too long. The PvP is not bad. I think, if I'm honest, at the moment, in the current state of the games, I prefer the PvP on Warhammer Online, as it's really well balanced now, and I think that's, for me anyway, the best PvP MMO I've played, probably period, to be honest. But this game's not too bad. The one thing I would like to see more of, and I'm sure they will do in future, is some of the battlegrounds, or the war fronts as they're called on this game, because there's only 4 maps as far as I know so far. And in the early levels, like you'll see, I'm only level 15 here, and it's only the one that's available to queue for, so you do end up doing the same one. It's quite a good map, it's quite good fun. If anyone's familiar with Warhammer, the Morcane Temple map, where you have to hold on to the artifact for as long as possible to get points, it's very similar to that. The game is although it's not been out long, it is in a very good. I haven't really found any bugs. It looks nice. It plays quite well. Some MMOs, when they've been released, immediately you start to find things that you're kind of in some way surprised that they didn't pick up in the QA sort of stages of the game. But this does look fairly crisp for an MMO that's only just come out. And a friend of mine agrees. We're both playing, we're having fun on it, and we're doing fairly well. So right now I'm just this is a helmet. Have a look at this helmet. Unbelievable. You can see why I've turned that. It just looks like a modified piss helmet, so I've turned that off for now until I get some better stuff. But there we go, that's better. So I'm just going to, while we're in the queue for a scenario or a war front even, they on this server we're on, usually 1 to 2 minute wait. It's really fast. I'm just going to go and have a roam around for 5 minutes whilst we're waiting, and you can see a bit of PvE. The world map, from what I can see, isn't huge. It's not too small, I wouldn't say. It's not a bad size, but it's certainly nothing on World of Warcraft, and I would say, looking at it, it's smaller than the Warhammer Online world as well, if you've got those to compare it against. But everything looks really nice, and some of the random events that you get on this game, every time I've logged in, something has been happening somewhere where you get these rifts that open, and PvE sort of occurrences, and enemies spawn, and everyone sort of rushes to them, and then there's the quests, obviously, then there's the PvP. So there's quite a lot to do. It's not a sort of pick up a quest, do this quest, do that quest. You can do that. But, I mean, I think the last 3 or 4 levels I've just done through PvP on this game, and I haven't got any good gear at the moment, all fairly basic sort of green stuff. But, yeah, I haven't found it a grind like I have on some games where you're just, it feels like work sort of thing. But this is actually not been too bad. You can see me doing a bit of AoE here, actually, with the build that I've gone with. I haven't got great sort of AoE, but it's not too bad. And the thing I like about this build, I'm actually using a pet very similar to how I was on Warhammer with my White Lion. I like to use a pet for the PvP spec that I'm running on this video. And I don't do too badly usually because I'm a warrior, so I do have some good sort of attacks and fairly good survivability. I'm thinking later on of doing a main tank, as you can chop and change your role on this game without needing to respec and spend loads of money, which I really like the idea of. So that's a system that, when I really did sort of kind of sell the game to me, I saw that and thought, well, that's actually not bad, being able to click a couple of buttons and go from one role to a completely different role. So this is the start area you're probably familiar with here. The Warfront's just about to begin, so we're all kind of buffed up and ready to go. My previous video I've just uploaded recently on Warhammer Online, I talked through my keys and my setup, so it's basically the same how I'm playing this game as how I was with my keys and things that I use. I do actually have some ranged attacks on this guy, which was quite funny because I thought Warrior is going to be melee only, but it's not a massive range. But you'll see me here hit this guy there. I've put Frozen Armour, which slows him. I've also put some points on the talent tree so that he takes more damage from fire effects. I'm hitting him with Flame Spear, and there's also a dot called Fiery Burst, which I've used as I've used the Fire Spear. He went down fairly fast after that. Actually, on this video, I think I do a fair bit of range damage. You'll see when I go in some of the numbers. You can get some good hit. Like here, I think I use a bit of melee here. There's my pet, a couple of bite attacks. Not much needed there. Also, there's a move. I think it's called Forked Lancing or something. Which, when you use it, your next Fire Spear, which is the ranged attack, hits an additional target. I've actually bought the extra point on the talent tree, so it hits 2 additional targets. So you may see points when I see them clutter together, where I will use there I just used it. I'll use Fiery Burst to put the dot, and then I'll use improved forking, and then I'll use the Fire Spear. So you will see some good numbers coming off multiple targets. That's what that is. Again, squishy round the back. He's backing up, which is big crit there, 295. He really should have turned and faced me. Would have had a better chance there. And I'm just kind of backing off a little bit there. I think we do. I mean, here I've been jumped by a rogue. He's actually doing quite a lot of damage. I knock him away there. Thunderous Kick, I think that's a knockback move just to break the melee range because he was doing some damage there. And I'm now putting my dots, and he's gone. That's a pet there. You can kind of leave that unless there's no one else to target. Is that a rogue? I think there I'm targeting. Same Flame Spear with the dot. Move in and a couple of attacks and burn him down. My pet did die a while ago. I didn't actually do a good job of microing him on this. Usually, same as I do on other MMOs, I have a pet attack key bound and also have a key to pull him back. One of the things I found on this game with the Beastmaster's pet, you do have to manage that fairly well because the target on any stance is the pet is very aggressive, and he will just continue to attack and run in the back lines, and eventually they'll just get bored and they'll kill him. So you've then lost some of your DPS. I'm summoning him here. You can also see it's an 8-second cast time to get the pet, so it's not like a quick he's dead, bring him out again. You do want to try and keep him alive. Saying that, I think again he dies fairly fast here, but I do summon him in a moment and do quite well. But you can see him doing a fair bit of damage. I do hit with I think it's Fierce Strike, which increases the pet damage by 20%. I actually got CC'd for a moment there, so I couldn't do anything. And yeah, there's a bit of. I think I've got a bit of AoE coming here as well. This guy's sneaked around the back. Lots of burst damage there. That's really good. And I think he's gone. Yeah. And the pet died again, so I think I do resummon the pet in a moment, and you get a better idea of the sort of damage and how to play them. I think these guys have just can't really get near us and have just been killing my pet for something to do. Some battlegrounds I've done and the pet just doesn't get touched. They'd ignore him, but nice flame dots, etc. He's gone. And the range I'm using now, the Flame Spear, is about the maximum range. What you're seeing there, me hitting that person. It's not a long range, but it's quite functional and it does work very well. I think you see me here use the it's either Forked Lancing or I might use the Ground Shaker move, the Earth Shaker I think it's called, which is a melee attack, but it hits for quite a bit of extra damage and interrupts all units around. And I think I use it here. Yeah, there you go, Earth Burst. You see quite a few numbers come off there. And a couple of crits, so we're actually doing well in terms of killing, but we're not, and I should have been looking myself as well, we're not actually winning the map. I think they're holding on to the relic. You can see the score there in the top right. Personally, I'm not doing too badly here, and I'm getting quite a bit of favour, which is like the PvP currency. that you earn because I'm getting quite a few kills. But in terms of winning the map, yeah, we're not on this one doing a great job. We usually win, and we have been winning a few, but we're not doing too well on that. On this one, I think we're having too much fun killing them, if I'm honest. And there's another one there, a couple of nice crits. Okay, I think I have a moment here. I look around and I'm thinking, okay, bring the pet back. And this, if I remember, is a bit better now. This because I had to actually pull him out and attack properly rather than just leave him to his own thing. That was a charge there that I just done. I think that's called Bull's Rush, which is very similar to intercept or charge if you're familiar with WoW. Not too dissimilar from the pounce the White Lion gets on Warhammer. That's me being CC'd there. That's not me running around like a maniac. And my pet there, you can see the bite attacks doing a fair bit of damage. So he's doing okay at the moment. That's just a pet there that we're killing. Mage over the side there. Pet, again, if you see the bite damage, there's 52, there's another there. I use Fierce Strike, a couple of nice crits. The pet's now doing 61 per hit, 63 there, so he's doing a fair bit of damage. It's a good opener, that one. It builds an attack point and it gives the pet 20% increased damage for, I think it's 10 seconds or 15 seconds, so really good attack. You see that Flame Spear hit 3 targets. I use the lancing move I spoke about earlier there, Forked Lancing, so that it hits more targets. And I've just, again, there used the Ground Shaker, I think it's called the Earth attack. I also use it with, I think it's Thunder Strike, which is an AoE attack. So if you use Fiery Burst and the Thunder Strike and the Ground Shaker, you actually get quite a bit of AoE if you can run in and use those 3 together. And I think we're near the end of the Warfront here, so very similar to most games. You do get the sort of stats page. You can see how many kills you got, how much damage you done, how much healing you did. So we'll have a look in a moment. Just time for a couple more kills, I think, in the just before the timer runs out. Obviously, they've won in terms of the battleground. Okay, so we've done. How did we do? Top damage there, 18 killing blows. I think second on our side had 7, no deaths, so not a bad for myself personally. 132 favour, so not too bad in the end. I'll post more in the end. I will do some more videos, but this is a game, as I say, that me and a friend of mine are just trying out at the moment. Still playing Warhammer Online, but yeah, so far quite liking the look of Rift as an alternative, and I will do some more videos in